Howdy, my name is James Guandola, and I'm the project manager for Team 90301, aka Jbold, and this is our Sweet Pears project.
Hi, my name is Derek. I worked on every component in our project.
I'm Brian. I was in charge of cashier interface and order management.
My name is Ori, and I worked on the manager interface.
My name is Lex, and I worked on menu management, inventory management, and user management.
So the problem that we were facing is reaching a wider audience, getting Sweet Pears out there. And our solution was to create a one-stop shop brand website for Sweet Pears to bring the restaurant to the customers. The reason we wanted to do this was to grow our customer base as well as extending our Sweet Pears family. The technology we used for the front end was React. For the back end, we used Node and Express.js. For the database, we used SQL, and for cloud hosting, we used Render. For the management tools, we utilized Discord for communication, the GitHub Scrum board for tracking stories and tasks, and we used Google Docs to write everything down and record everything. For the development process we used throughout the project was Agile, which is a flexible process that allows you to create multiple minimum viable products at the end of each iteration or sprints. We had 3 sprints in our project, and our backlog summary for each sprint is: for this first sprint, we completed the website skeleton. For the second sprint, we focused on functionality of all the buttons. And for the third sprint, we focused on nailing down those accessibility personas and our APIs. An analysis of each sprint was, overall, we started a little slow, but at the end of it, we always finished our tasks by the MVP. We conducted a user study at the conclusion of each sprint and an expert panel after the second sprint. The summary of the user study is that our navigation was a little bit hard to follow. The website in general was too generic, and some of the pages were very similar. And in the expert panel, we had some experts tell us that our color scheme needed to be a little better. We shouldn't be putting information in scroll bars, and some of the current functionality was actually really good. So we implemented those responses into each sprint. The personas that we focused on are Maria, Carol, and Vishnu. The combined problems that we tried to tackle were non-native English speakers, people with vision impairments, and people with macular degeneration or an inability to function normally on the website. So what we did to help them was to create a Google Translate API so that they can utilize the website in their native language, a keyboard navigation so that they don't have to worry about navigating normally with a trackpad or a mouse, and a contrast setting to help those who are visually impaired. Some of the APIs that we focused on, and this will be covered more in the demonstration, but we went over the OAuth login, we tackled the Google Translate, and the weather APIs. And this is our demonstration.
Hi, I'm Derek. Yeah, this looks really good. Let's try to order this. I think it should be in sweet crepes. Yeah, sweet crepes. I also want a salad. Let's add a salad, and a milkshake as well. Actually, I don't want a milkshake. Let's get rid of that and submit. Boom, order has been submitted. Thank you. Thank you. The menu is pretty simplified, gives you direct information. The About Us page is also really simple. Contact Us page is self-explanatory as well. Let's head back to the landing page. Here you can see the weather API in 4 different formats. Let's try to change the font size. So click that a couple times. So yeah, it's working. And let's revert back to normal. You can also change the color schemes over here as well. Monochrome, low saturation. And there's also, in the settings, you can change the color scheme as well. So let's try dark, light. I like dark, so stick with that. And let's say you speak Spanish. You can use the Google Translate API, click on Spanish, navigate through the website, and all the information is in Spanish for you. Let's go back to English. And my teammates will show you the Google OAuth API.
I'm Brian. We're going to use OAuth here to sign into the cashier interface. All right, so you can see it's a little different from the customer interface. It has these big buttons that's designed a bit more for speed at the cash register. Let's go ahead and order one of these boys, and then you can give it a customer email. If it's an email that's already in the database, it'll use that one. If it's not in the database, it will create a new customer ID for them and add the email to the interface. You have to have an employee ID or else it won't let you order. And then if you give it an employee ID, boom, it'll push it to the database. It will, however, have a false payment status, so you can confirm payment later. If you want to confirm payment, you can just press toggle payment here, and it'll change the status to true in the database. And if you want to remove an order because you didn't mean to place it, you can go type in the order ID. That is 13803. Remove that order, and it should disappear. All right, now on to Ori.
Hi, I will be going into the manager interface. Let's change our dates. '22, 4th of December, tab, also 2022. For our sales report, this basically tells the manager the amount of sales and what menu items were made within that time period. And we have the amount sold, the price, and the total sales. The excess report shows the ingredients that we have left over after those sales were made. And we show a percentage, just give them detailed data. The restock report shows our stock level and what ingredients need to be replaced in our inventory. The sales together goes more into what menu items sold together and how many times they were sold together. Let's go into the usage chart. This is just a more detailed visual representation of the excess report. And as you can see here, flour, grams, it's just, nice for the manager to be able to see all this information. And we have the view orders. This goes more detailed, like the time each order was made, the total cost, and which product items were sold. I'll pass it to Lex now.
Okay, so for menu management, inventory management, and user management, it's all pretty similar. They have these tables that get loaded up from the database, and you can go through CRUD, so create, read, update, and delete. So let's go into employees, and let's just change the name to name, and you can see there it works. Let's remove it. You can see that works too. Gets rid of it, and then let's add an employee here. The information doesn't really matter all that much. And just like that, you can see it is appended there at the bottom. So, and that those steps get carried over to these three tables as well. And then let's go on to the administrator interface. So we're going to sign in through Google OAuth again, but this time we are going to be able to still do those CRUD, so create, read, update, and delete. But then you can also go in here and let's just say you have a manager. You can change the privileges of this entry, right? So you can take it from the manager table and add it to the employee table, or the employee table to demote that and make it a customer, that kind of thing. So here we're just going to make this an employee. So you can see it disappears, and then, oh, it's right here. So that kind of thing is the privilege work with our administrator interface. So let me log out.
Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you.